Well, it's gratifying just because of so many guys stepping up, so many guys making a contribution. I mean, you can always look at the numbers and see where Book and Mikal, had that kind of scoring, Landry with 5 threes, but everybody on our team that had a uniform on had a chance to have an impact on the game. And I keep talking about, needing guys in those moments so that when it happens later in the year, guys are comfortable. In those situations, I thought, looking to Ish with 16 seconds, that's what he played to come in and just help us get a stop. That says a lot about who we are as a team, but just proud of the mental toughness we had. And then Mikal playing 50 minutes like that's, he was mad at himself because he missed the one little bunny. I'm like, Mikal, you played 50 minutes, man. Like you're entitled to miss one time, but that's his shot. And, but that says a lot about who he is. As soon as he missed it, he looked at me and he's like, my bad, coach. I'm like, my bad, man. Keep playing. You're good. So I'm just proud of the way that we just stayed with it. We got ourselves back in the game with our defense, getting some stops. The little guy was just going on us. And we didn't let that mess with us. We just stayed in the fight, and we were able to pull out a big win on the road.
Not just that, but then the foul situation, 80 fouls out,
yeah.
80 fouls out, Booker fouls out.
At
what point were you like,
I try not to worry about whatever I feel like is going to help us win the game. I just try to do that, the fouls weren't going our way. It was pretty evident when you look at, it's 30-21, but it seemed a lot more substantial than that because it was, 2 of our starters and then our backup big, and that's where it hurt us. And I didn't know what to tell the guys. I mean, when you're trying to play defense and the guy just runs into your chest, I don't know what else to, what do you say? You just have to stay with it. But it was a bit of a gamble keeping DA, not a bit of a gamble, it was a gamble, keeping DA and Book in the game. But at that point, if I took both of them out with all the guys we have gone, there wasn't much offense coming in the game or organization. I felt like it would have put Mikal in a tough spot. And I have to trust those guys, even though they picked up, DA got his 5th, but Book was able to hold on to it for a longer period of time. And then he got going in that stretch too. So I'm just proud of the way we handled the pressure. And like I said, man, this team has been playing well since they made the trade. So for us to get a win here with all the guys we have out is pretty huge.
It was just the one point, not only Shamet hitting that corner 3, but then putting Craig on Harrison.
Yeah.
I know you had tried a different guy, but what made you say, look, we need Torrey on him?
Torrey just has, we put him on DeRozan last game because he's so doggone strong. In the league now, there's so many guys that dribble into your chest and they knock you backwards and they score, they get the foul. He's one of those guys that can withstand that kind of physicality and then contest. And I thought the last play that's who Torrey is. He's been doing it for us. This is 2 years in a row now. And Landry just made a big shot. I mean, all coaches try to draw up a play, but it's players that execute and have the will to take those shots. And we were in a 2-for-1 situation. So we wanted to try to get a catch shot and then, hopefully make it. And then if something happens on the other end, we have a chance to call a timeout and get a play.
That's why I was getting ready to ask, that was a catch and shoot. I was thinking, was it supposed to happen that fast? But now you tell me.
It was like 33 seconds on the clock. So we're thinking in that time slot where we can still have a time differential that benefits us. If they go down and score, then we have a chance to, have the last shot.
Did you get an update on Craig at all? Was it his ankle that it looked like?
I haven't gotten any. I'm trying to get home before 10, so I hadn't talked to anybody.
I guess the last thing, Coach, is just the fact that you went in shorthanded, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Then you add the foul. Then you add on the road. Then you add all these elements. I mean, you talked about growth, but is it even? Have you taken a moment to say, "Wow, they won that game"?
No, I'm grateful for it. I mean, when we go in the back and the coaches are jacked up and excited, that gets me going a little bit. It's hard when you're trying to do what we're trying to do, to savor it. I need to, but I'm okay with everybody else being excited and having a good time. I'm on to the next, or I'm trying to digest, what I could have done better, that kind of thing. But I am happy. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this, the stoic look doesn't tell you anything. I am happy, but I can't live there. We're trying to do something pretty cool, and maybe I need to. I don't know, but I'm just grateful we got the win.
That's put you 2 wins shy of.
We got a flight home and preparations for the next practice. That's all I'm thinking about right now. That's my focus.
Real quick on Mikal, I want to slow you down, but big picture this season, where has he gotten better? You got all these guys out of the lineup all year long. I think he's played 72 at this point.
Yeah.
And I think you're top in the rating, second in defense, third in offense.
He should be Defensive Player of the Year, number one. He doesn't duck a matchup. He plays every night. He guards everyone, plays 50 minutes, still produces on offense. I don't get into the Iron Man thing. I think the young man loves to play. He loves to work, and he's a winner. I mean, when you look at what he did at Villanova, he's doing the same thing here, just on a much bigger stage. And he guards the toughest guys every single night without a blink. And everybody in that locker room appreciates what he does every single night. But I'll say it again, he should be Defensive Player of the Year because he's guarding it. He's guarding guys from the outside in. That is really hard to do. The guys that come to mind are like Michael Cooper, Ron Artest, Metta World Peace, Alvin Robertson. Those guys did it every night, and he's just like that.
You seen that growth from last year to this year?
I think the growth for me is his willingness to make plays when the ball comes to him late in the clock. Now he's putting it down and getting to his spot. The one time when he went to the basket and he went Tony Parker, it was like pump fake, step through, and then he finally got the floater in. I'm like, he wouldn't have done that last year. And I think the willingness to do it says a lot about his growth.
Bench reaction. How satisfying is this win considering all the circumstances?
Man, it's very satisfying. I mean, it's just a team win. It takes a special group to do what we did. 3 guys fouling out, and other guys stepping up and just look comfortable. It didn't even look out of whack. They look ready to go. So, credit to our whole team, top to bottom today, and coach and the whole staff. We were happy with this one.
How was the coach always talks about the huddle, the timeout? What was it like when you look up Aiden's out, you look up the Bell's out, you look up your out? I mean, what was the mood, the vibe during that?
I mean, next man up. You can't do nothing about it, once you're out of the game. So we sit there and, we just find ways to win, and, everybody's locked in on all cylinders. So, that was a product of that tonight, and, it was a really big win for us.
Curious what your thoughts on Shamet, and I know you guys always tell him to shoot, but it's like he listened today.
Yeah.
He's getting it up. Just like that last 3, and he gave it the corner.
I mean, yeah, that's what we need out of him, to be aggressive. I mean, he has a ratchet on him. He shoots it better than I've seen a lot of people do, so I'm just, trying to encourage him to keep shooting. You're going to get those shots, and even if it feels like a bad shot, like you shoot it so well, just rise up and shoot it over people. But that last shot, it takes a lot of confidence to be able to do that, and, it put us in position. Even the time on the clock set us up for a 2-for-1, and, just very big time.
Last thing I had was Mikal, 50 minutes. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah, we did. Coach said it. That's crazy, man. I mean, that's him. I think that's something that goes unnoticed. and that, all of us take for granted. Just his availability, him bringing it every night, and just any task or any job, excuse me, any task or any job isn't too big for him. And you'll never see him complaining. You see him with his head down working. So I'm inspired by it.
Look, Monty was in here campaigning for Defensive Player of the Year for Mikal, and you see him every day. You know the best wing talent in this league. You know that he can guard some bigs and versatility. Just what has he meant for the season and as far as the best of the best in this league defensively? How do you see it?
I mean, he's Defensive Player of the Year, no doubt. I mean, the criteria just varies so often, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint, who the NBA wants to be. But I think it's pretty obvious in what he's doing. And like you said, the versatility of it, from guarding point guards to 4-man to 5-man sometime, and doing it for 50 minutes a game. Like he plays a lot of minutes also, and we win games, we win close games, and I think we're up 9-10 games on whoever's in second place. So it's pretty obvious to me.
I wonder too, with him, we got a team with Chris Paul and then with DeAndre Ayton. It's probably tough for the guys to find their voice. You got a lot of leaders, but has he found that voice in the locker room, the impact and the influence in other ways?
Yeah, I mean, we do a great job of that. Like we do have some leaders, like right off the top of my mind, just thinking about, Chris probably being the most vocal out of all of us, but we all have our different ways of leading and getting our point across and communicating with each other. And Mikal, he knows the game so well. And, we have a lot of people on this team that have a high IQ for this game. So you're listening to anybody that comes to talk to you, even anybody on the bench, 1 through 15. So we do a good job of, leading as a collective group and, encouraging, but being honest. I mean, we're all on the same mission. That's to win basketball games. So, we take the criticism well.
We'll finish on Zoom with Gerald Morday.
Hey, Book. Monty talks a lot about mental stamina and poise, especially in games where the calls aren't really going your way. How much of that did you see tonight in a night where, you had 3 guys foul out and you still have guys stepping up and kind of fighting through that discrepancy?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we have to do. No matter what, I think, we're 28th in the NBA in free throws, which is a crazy stat, I heard today. So it's been something that's pretty consistent all year for us. And, you just have to play through it. It can be frustrating sometimes. And, even as the best team in the NBA, you're asking for respect. You're thinking you deserve respect, but it's just not going to be like that. And coach preaches that to us every game. And, we try to control our emotions the best way, but, you have a lot of competitors that watch a lot of basketball, play a lot of basketball, and, kind of know, how referees ref certain games. So just that understanding kind of gets us frustrated, but we move past it.
I'm sorry, we'll do one more. Christos Saltis from Greece.
Hey, Book, great game, great win, first of all. Those kind of games, those kind of wins for you, both for you personally and as a team, how beneficial are for the playoffs? How you approach those types of games?
I mean, we treat every game as the next assignment. We don't look too far ahead, and we definitely don't look behind in what we've done. So, any win in this league is, very important for us. And, I have a great understanding of that with, my past with this organization, going through a lot of losing. So, everyone we can get, we got to go and get, no matter how it looks. No matter what the score is, we're trying to win basketball games.
A good draw by Mont. As always, I mean, he's unbelievable with the X's and O's. And really just all I can speak to is our execution down the stretch. That's the biggest piece. Me shooting the corner jump shot is the smallest of it. It's about the details. If you go back and look at it, we ran it to a T from what, Coach drew up. Mikal gets a good screen. Biz gets a good screen. Our timing was perfect when me and Mikal first exchanged, and
I ended up just opening the corner, and I've, shot a million of those. So at that point, just it is what it is. We executed, shoot the ball, and live with the result, went in.
How does it feel to know what you guys have went through as a team, and then for you to hit a shot like that?
Yeah, I mean, we just find ways to win games, regardless. It starts with, today campaign being out, finding that out last minute, next man up, EP and Aaron stepping into that role and playing well. And then, obviously Jay gets hurt, and then no Chris, obviously, and then Book fouls out, DA fouls out. Like, things kept getting thrown at us, and, we just find ways to win games. It's just our MO. It's been our MO this year. And it's going to be incredibly valuable for us moving forward to have these experiences under our belt.
I do want to ask just about possible frustration or obvious frustration with how the game was going. How were you guys able to overcome that? Because
it's basketball.
Okay.
It's basketball. If you're hinting at officiating or whatever, like, we can't control any of that, whether it's good or bad, whether we get every whistle or no whistle. That's just part of it. Some nights it's going to be that way. It's, you're not going to get every call, or you're going to get every call. We've been in that position too. There's been a couple of times. So just a matter of staying steady and controlling what we can control. And, that's what we try to do tonight.
last thing I had was just what was the mood like in the locker room? Although I get it, I get the bigger picture, but again, when you go through all of that,
Oh yeah,
and to still win, what was it like?
feels great to win a game like that. Of course, very much a team effort. Collectively, everybody pitched in at different moments. Ish comes into the game
Right.
for 16 seconds and two of the biggest defensive possessions of the game. Like, that doesn't go unnoticed either. That's big time. Like, a guy on a two-way who works his ass off every day. We see him, unbelievable teammate, stays ready. Coach says, I need you to come in and guard. And Ish says, I got it. And like, that type of camaraderie and our energy, collective, that collective fight that we had, it feels these types of wins feel really good.
Landry, I know, like you said, long way to go, but when you have that kind of vibe in the locker room, and considering that you've been around a number of locker rooms at this point, just where is that confidence level or swagger at for this whole group right now? Because there's the most dominant team in the league.
I mean, we have pieces from, guys in the locker room who keep things light. I don't know if y'all see our little, pregame tunnel routine or whatever, all the handshakes that, just us acting stupid for 4 minutes. And in an 82 game season, like, games can get a little mundane, and that keeps it, very light. That's a big piece. We got great guys in our locker room who can, provide that type of energy. We all compete. We all trust each other, believe in each other, empower each other. I've been saying that all year. I mean, from a locker room and a cohesiveness standpoint, like, we've got every piece, all the intangibles in that sense. So great leadership, we got everything. So the best locker room I've been a part of for sure. It's fun, love these guys, and, we all fight for each other, like I was saying.
I think you're 10-4 now since Chris got hurt. And not that, and then you guys knew what you could do before that, but was this stretch important to kind of
Yeah.
things up everywhere else?
I mean, every stretch, like I was saying, regardless of what gets thrown at us, I've seen in the playoffs where, somebody gets hurt, or, you just have to go different routes. Guy fouls out. What do we do now? And we've been thrown into these situations all year long, where you just have to find ways to win those games. And the way we play doesn't change. It doesn't drop off or change in terms of how we play as a team, with or without those guys on the floor. And obviously, Chris and Book are top of the top, some of the best players in the league, and they make us that much better. But just having that ability to have no drop off or change in how we play is very important. So yeah, this stretch, going into the playoffs alone is very important.
Let's start off 50 minutes. How do you play this
I don't know. Coach just keeps me out there and knows that I want to be out there. Like I said last time, I just love being on the court. I love being out there. So, just thank Coach for allowing me to be out there. And I appreciate him.
Clearly, not only playing 50 minutes, but we decided to see the high at 27. I think he scored that against Brooklyn. But to be able to now play that many minutes and then be that involved in the game on both ends, maybe just speak to just how you grown in terms of that. Like, okay, I'll play, but now more is being asked of me, considering you got the short-handed and you still being able to deliver that.
Yeah. Like I said, it's all just Coach and my teammates, man, just finding me and sometimes drawing the plays for me to be aggressive. But, I got confidence because my teammates give me confidence. So I just go out there and be aggressive and obviously always defend on the other end, but just get an opportunity to go out there and hoop. And that's what Monty does. He just lets you go play basketball and go play. And that's why I love his team and our culture and everything. So it just makes life easier.
Did that play with Landry for the three, did that work out as good as that perfect execution on him?
Yeah, that was crazy. Coach grew up. Unbelievable play. And Sham knocked it down. I was turned. I was hyped.
Anything else, man? Yeah. Last week Stephen A was saying that you should be the defensive player of the year. And that's why you respond to him on that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling that now even more?
I can't control that. I go out there and try to help my team win and play defense and do all the other things. But 2 years, I appreciate what he said. It's pretty dope for him to say that. Just knowing the runner up and, a guy like me never really probably going to surprised he didn't get the opportunity to put in there now. But this is cool for him to say that. And I know I can't control that, but me being on the court. So, I feel like even if I don't win it or anything like that, I just know my teammates know I play hard and I defend. So that's all that really matters.
Go to Kellen on Zoom.
Hey, Mikal, you were really aggressive getting to the basket tonight off the dribble. What is it that you're seeing or maybe feeling in terms of those drives that maybe wasn't there last year that's led to you being more aggressive this year?
Things are getting better. That's what it is. Just improving year by year. I think just me being aggressive and improving in the summer and stuff just gives me the confidence to go out there and get to my spots and things like that, get to the rim. I think that's really it.